Hello, everyone, and welcome to Las Vegas. It is the championship event of the 2025 PGT PLO Series. $25,000 buy-in, 60 entries. That means a $1.5 million prize pool. And we are down to the final 6 players. You can see them now on your screen. My name is Donnie Peters. It is my pleasure to be bringing you the action today. And we have a good one on our hands, or should I say a great one. Dylan Wiseman up on top, a little bit over $4 million for him. Jesse Lonis is the short stack, and Jesse Lonis is the closest person to overtaking Alex Foxen on the series leaderboard. So there is plenty to play for. Up top in this one, $480,000. The final 6 are guaranteed $82,500. Payouts presented by PlayPokerGo.com, the home of free online poker.
Okay, good luck everyone.
Thank you. Likewise, good luck.
Two more cards.
Oh, sorry.
2 more cards. We are playing Pot-Limit Hold'em,
not
or
that
Pot-Limit
good.
Omaha here. Excuse me. 25K, 50K on the blinds to start. Dylan Wiseman, Kamal Mohamed, Lautaro Guerra, Jesse Lonis, Jim Collopy, and Christopher Frank are the final 6 players from the 60 entry field in this one. There is an additional event running. The final event of the series is a 5K PLO Bounty, a single-day tournament that is going on in the main studio room. We'll kind of keep an eye on how that event might be shaking out as well and see if there are any point implications there too.
Check.
Going to start things off here. Small pot with a limp. Lonis limping in first. Collopy calling from the small blind, and Frank checking his option. King 7-5 rainbow here. Collopy has an open ender, and he's going to lead. That gets Frank out of the way. Lonis folds the best hand, and first blood goes to Jim Collopy, and he is now in a tie for the chip lead with Dylan Wiseman. Seeing a question in the chat from Teddy. He says, doesn't Dylan win the overall if he wins this event? He does not. The only person that can win the overall from this event here, again, there is still the 5K single day PLO bounty that is happening. Here, it is Jesse Lonis, who is 28 points behind Alex Foxen. So Jesse Lonis is going to overtake Alex Foxen once he finishes play here today, and those points get included into his total. Right now, he is guaranteed 50 points. Up top in this one is 288. Now that's especially important for someone like Lonis because he is in the $50,000 per man side bet. 11 players are in that, have to win the series leaderboard in order to claim that. So should Lonis move up to the top of the leaderboard, which he will, and then if he finishes there, he will pocket an additional $500K. That is wild. Collopy came with a raise here to 175 pre-flop. Wiseman defended out of the big blind. Wiseman checked to Collopy on the Jack-6 deuce flop with 2 clubs. Collopy coming with 150K. Probably not much Wiseman can do here, and he does put his hand in the muck. So 2 out of the gate for Jim Collopy, and he is now the lone chip leader, up over 4.2 million. Wiseman slips back below 4 million, but Wiseman is still extremely deep. Collopy's on 85 big blinds, Wiseman's on 75 big blinds.
No, the blinds were over for the other one.
Oh, okay.
Of course, for all leaderboard information as it relates to not only the PGT PLO Series, but also the PGT as a whole, you can check out those leaderboards at pgt.com. Either pgt.com/leaderboard or just head to pgt.com and hit the leaderboard link at the top of the screen. Collopy going to stay aggressive here with the chip lead. Ace-8, 5-3 for him makes it 135. Action over to Wiseman in the small blind. Ace-Queen, Jack-9.
10 seconds.
Thank you.
Comes with a limp.
I have a pen as well.
Small comments out of the way from the big blind, so we're heads up here between the 2 biggest stacks at the table. 10, 9, 7 rainbow. Pair of 9s for Wiseman. He's also open-ended with the Queen Jack in his hand.
120.
120. 10 seconds.
Wiseman opting to lead here. Collopy quickly puts his hand into the muck, and these first few hands have just been Dylan Wiseman and Jim Collopy kind of trading chips back and forth and switching up the top of the leaderboard a little bit.
Very exciting.
Shout out to everyone who's tuning in, whether you're watching on PokerGo or on YouTube. On YouTube, I see Jason Zambricki, I see RMX Indiana. Our trusty and loyal mods, keeping everything under control. Appreciate you guys, as always. I see B over in the YouTube, or in the PokerGo chat, saying, yo, what's up? How you doing? So it was originally planned in this one that 9 places were going to get paid, but earlier today, a knockout on the same hand of hand-for-hand play resulted in Farash Kashat and Tyler Brown splitting the payout, so they take home $22,500 each. Then in 8th place, it was Artem Maximov. And then 7th place, just before we turned on the cameras for the live stream, that was Jeremy Osmus bowing out.
25.
25.
Action folds to Wiseman here on the button, and he gets aggressive. Guerra makes the call from the big blind. Queen Jack 6 with a couple of hearts here. Guerra is all kinds of wrapped around that.
How much is that?
325.
3?
320.
Wait, what do you mean? First. Oh, I have no idea. Not sure.
What?
How many want to think of it?
Guerra on the shorter side, second to last in chips here. Opts for a pot size lead. Shorter SPR. He's just going to ultimately try and get the money in. Wiseman has nothing to fight back with, and his hand goes into the muck, so Guerra takes that pot and moves up over 1 million in chips.
You need smartwatches?
Yeah.
All right. If I ask you what time it is, though. All right. Just throw off my pedometer.
So I know I talked about how Jesse Lonis is here at this final table, and he's second to Alex Foxton, at least how things currently stand. But of course, with the points that he's going to get, he's going to overtake Foxton. Now, what's interesting is that the 5K single day PLO bounty has 105 points up top in that one, 69 points for second, 49 points for third. Alex Foxton has a big stack. So, depending on what Lonis does here, Foxton could still be in the mix to win that title back, depending on how things go in that 5K bounty. You also have Chino Ream, who is a big stack over there as well. Chino Ream is third on the series leaderboard with 506 points. So there's still a lot of stuff to shake out as it pertains to the series leaderboard. Again, you know, I'll do my best here to kind of keep an eye on things as they go. But with the way that the points shake out here for this final table with 288 PGT points up top, I believe if Lonis were to go on to win this event, then he would for sure guarantee that no one else can catch him, even if someone like Foxton or Chino Ream were to win that 5K bounty, because simply there's just not enough points up for grabs there. That said, Lonis does have an uphill battle here, and quite a big one at that, with, you know, the stack that he has. He's coming into this hand on 11.5 big blinds, so he's going to need to make some stuff happen. And there he is folding to Guerra, so Lonis is now sub 10 big blinds and is really going to have some work to do. And of course, all the other players at the table, especially at this juncture, this deep in the series, they all know what's on the line for Lonis. One, they know the series title. Two, they know about the bet. Everyone knows about the side bet. So they can probably look to pressure him. And Lonis, who we know loves to get aggressive, loves to be the one applying pressure to his opponents, you know, he might be the one now who is a bit handcuffed by everything. Even though, in a lot of sense, when you're the short stack, you know, the ICM shackles are off of you, and you can just, you know, look to get your money in. But he's really trying to ladder up and get additional points so he can not only top the leaderboard, but allow himself the best chance to secure that side bet.
25.
125.
Wiseman with 9987 with a suit, comes in with a raise to 125K. Muhammad behind him with a nice looking double suited ace Queen 10 deuce. Comes with a 3-bet. Our first 3-bet of this live stream. Wiseman, one of the absolute best in this game. Even though he is out of position, he certainly is well aware of how close the equities run so often in Pot-Limit Omaha. And here, the equities are extremely close. He's got 46%, and he's in there.
100 play, right?
King, Jack, 3. Wiseman checking. Now, Wiseman does have the best hand here, but probably quite hard for him to continue on. Should Muhammad come with exactly that, an all-in bet, and quickly Wiseman's out of the way there. Nothing Wiseman could do there. Muhammad just got a very favorable flop. One for his hand that he had, yes, but also for his range in position there as the pre-flop 3-better. As a reminder, PlayPokerGo.com is the home for free online poker. Check it out today and check it out often. Get in there every single day. You can open a treasure chest right when you log in every day to get some free chips, some free gold. And then you can also spin a wheel. That can give you some more free chips every single day. That'll allow you to get started, and then hopefully we see you guys at the highest stakes tables, whether that's MTTs, sit and goes, or ring games. They have it all. PlayPokerGo.com.
Pot.
175.
Wiseman going to get right back to it here. Comes in with a pot size raise, 175 to go.
Yep.
He's got Jack, Jack, 8-8 with 2 suits. Frank in the big blind here, 9-7-6-5, double suited. Does not defend. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but he is pretty short, and he knows how short Jesse Lonis is, so we'll call that an ICM fold there for Frank. Also, you know, you do have to be aware that Wiseman did raise from under the gun, so probably a little bit stronger than if he was in a later position, of course.
Raise.
You min raising?
He min raises.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a min raise.
300.
300. Yeah, 300. 300 is the number.
Lonis came in with the raise to 175 here. Ace, queen, 10-3, double suited. Collopy hit him with a 3-bet with a couple of kings. And look at this flop. Lonis does call. King, 8-5, all diamonds. Check, all in, call. Lonis flopped the nut flush. Collopy's got top set, and we are off to the races.
I got my outs.
No.
Lonis here, more than 70% to double up. He just needs to fade a board pair here. Now Collopy does block some of his own outs, having an 8 and a 5 in his hand. Ten of diamonds on the turn is clean for Lonis. That 10 is also not too bad because he does have a 10 in his hand, so another board pair blocked a little bit here. River card is the 7 of clubs, and Lonis holds up with the flush. He's going to double up to 1,000,000 chips and get off that short stack.
Yeah.
And somebody send word to Alex Foxon across the hallway because Lonis could be putting himself on top and being unable to catch for the series leaderboard.
Just glad I got to see one.
I don't think you were gonna not see one. That hand.
Maybe.
Really? I mean, very unlikely.
So you had exactly 150.
If it
over.
goes pot, then I.
Huh?
He had exactly 150.
I'm saying like if he raises and then you raise, and
Yeah.
I can fold.
Yeah, you're right. If it went raise all in, then you can fold.
I'm just happy I got to see a flop.
It's true. It's a pretty hand.
With Lonis doubling up there and getting up over 1,000,000 chips, Christopher Frank is now the short stack with 850,000. Collopy comes back down closer to Wiseman. Still has the chip lead, but much closer than it was before that hand started, of course. Still, Collopy, you know, just a little bit of a flesh wound to his 70 big blind stack.
10 seconds. Seconds. 135.
My bar almost cut my neck.
Jesse Lonis will be first to act here. He's working on his 5th cash of the series. He's got a win already, 3 top 3 finishes, and 3 final tables ahead of this event. Does seem like it's been just a matter of time before Lonis wins a series title here on the PokerGO Tour.
125.
And now after that double up, having some breathing room here at this final table, he's certainly looking pretty good to be able to get the job done here.
10 seconds.
Wiseman with the raise here on the button, attacking ace 8 5 deuce. Muhammad calls. King, king, queen, queen double for Guerra out of the big blind here.
10 seconds.
You had 2 of those.
Nice choice.
What?
Flop comes like,
Why?
the flop comes like king 4-4.
Pot size 3 bet announced from Guerra.
Yeah.
That gets Wiseman
No,
out of the way.
It's sick that I can reopen the action in that spot. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't fuck that up.
500.
It's just barely.
Yeah, sick.
Muhammad also folds, and Guerra takes that one.
That's where playing online is a little easier to not be counting and doing fucking that kind of math.
You did right.
Thanks.
How much you got, Chris? 900? 850 maybe? 5, 8. Gonna be playing many hands now when my espresso shot arrives. Gonna be energized. Had a bit of a low after that bluff didn't go through, but now coming back.
Huh.
175.
Collopy staying aggressive here. Ace 9 8 7.
10 seconds.
Don't know Lonis' hand yet, but I'm sure we'll get that scanned as he makes the call from the big blind. King, queen, 8 deuce, double suited for Lonis. 6 4 3 with 2 spades. Interesting flop here. Spades for Lonis.
I'll just send one message. Can I do it?
Collopy's got 7 8 for a gutter. He's got backdoor clubs as well.
10 seconds. 135.
He continues for 135,000 here.
What's in there?
425.
Thank you. $135, right?
Lonis makes the call. This pot's at nearly 700,000 here, and the jack of spades comes home for Lonis. He makes an unbeatable flush as long as he can get to showdown.
10 seconds.
Now, not the nut flush, yes, but given the SPR here, it'd probably be hard for Lonis to ever get away from this one. He's got 665 behind with more than that out there in the middle. Lonis comes with the check here.
135.
155.
Small bet here.
Oh, sorry, 55.
155,000 from Jim Collopy. Lonis could just re-raise the pot and get all of his money in here. Could also just call and allow Jim to continue to bluff off should Jim have any bluffs. He does come with the latter option, just calls. 5 of spades on the river.
Flush.
Check, check, and Lonis announces the flush. He tables his hand. It's going to be the winner. Probably with a little bit of a check back here, but he's not going to find anything other than the single 9 of spades, and that's not going to do it. So another nice pot here for Jesse Lonis, and he's up over 1.5 million.
How many chips you got now?
1.8.
Thank you.
What about you, Jason?
1.48, 1.49.
Thank you.
10 seconds. 175.
Ace King 9-8 here with the suit for Muhammad, and he raises to 175K. Everyone folds, and he'll take this one. That's twice now that we've seen Christopher Frank fold from his big blind. Not that he's necessarily had hands worth playing both times. I would say the first time, I think it was 9-7-6-5 double. It's probably a little bit more worth it to come along than there. But, you know, Christopher Frank, I think, is probably one of the most studied players and is well aware of the ICM implications. So he's going to proceed as he sees best fit. And right now, that's
Definitely the
playing
plan.
pretty tight, which is fine. You know, at these final tables, you often make quite a bit of money from the folds that you make,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
which is boring,
Thank you very
yes,
much.
but that's
Cheers,
the
bro.
name of the
Cheers.
game.
To caffeine. Do the same. Thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
For those watching on the PokerGo YouTube channel, if you would be so kind, please hit that thumbs up, give us a like. Let's see if we can get up to 200. Feel like we've got a easygoing, slow-moving crowd out there today. But give us a like, let's go. Let's get up to 200, and then we'll go from there. Another limped pot here. This one started by Guerra. He limps in with the king, queen, jack, deuce. Lonis limps behind. Then Collopy limps on the button. Now it's on Wiseman, who has a real hand from the big blind.
275.
He announces pot with his ace, king, king, 10. Rick said, I already did it. I get a free hat or something? Listen, no free hats here, unfortunately. If I was in charge of the hats, Rick, you would get a hat. Okay, but I'm ultimately not in charge of the hats, so there's not much I can do about it. Guerra and Lonis get out of the way, as does Collopy.
I mean, we were all playing the same cards. Not the problem.
Probably makes sense.
Wiseman takes that one. He's the chip
Oh,
leader
these
once
boys
again
had
with
queen,
over
jack, and eight in their
3.5
hand, but
million.
I did.
I had none of those cards.
I had an 8.
I had a queen.
Queen jack.
Makes sense why I had my
I was
cards.
double suited too. Queen jack 8 deuce double. Bucks.
Makes sense why I had my cards then, right?
How many of your biggest PLO hands in this room have a deuce in them?
Me? I think the last one. Oh wait, no. Queen 5-5-3 was the last one I won. I got Foxing with the 10-9-5 deuce. That was a good one.
Lone Star Fox said, no D-negs. Nope, no D-negs. He busted last night, and it was a
Do you know
brutal
what
one.
menu stack is out there?
I believe it was against Kamel Mohammed, and Mohammed made quad sixes on the river.
Barely.
Negranu had a full house, jacks full of sixes, and Daniel knew it. Reading the live updates on PGT.com, he said, like, do you have quads or quads, question mark, you know, and ultimately called it off and saw the bad news. I did see him post on X afterwards with a screenshot of the hand and said, this one hurt. So Daniel feeling that one.
175.
I feel like I've seen Daniel run into quads
175.
175 this time?
in big spots more than anyone in poker. You know, if you think back years ago against Gus Hansen on high stakes poker, who can forget that one? Boat versus full house. Or sorry, boat versus full house. Boat versus quads. And
Come
then
back to a nice little chip.
on a recent season of high stakes poker, there was a three-way pot with Negranu, Ivy, and Patrick Antonius. Talk about legends there.
What?
When Antonius made
Foxy, yeah, please.
quads. I mean, just wild stuff. This guy just runs into
350?
quads all the time.
650. How many people are in there? What about Chino Ream?
I think you're drawing dead for Chino.
Glad we're using both names.
Chino.
Chino Ream.
Bryce Yaki's all in.
That was so funny.
Sounds like Lonis is trying to get a feel for what's happening in that 5K single day bounty event. We should have had this final table in the main room so that it can all be, you know, in one big area and everyone can be running around sweating each other. That would have been fun. That's my suggestion for next time. Producer Aiden, write it down on that little notepad I know you have right to the right of your computer, please. For next time, we'll put it in the production meeting. We're having the final event in the main room alongside the single day tournament.
good for you guys that they got me handcuffed. This tournament, I'm handcuffed.
That's funny.
I'd have a lot more chips or I'd be out already.
Yeah, you would. That's true.
It's my water, right?
It's not mine.
Okay.
I did have it wrong on the Antonius hand. He did have fives full, and he did fold. Or Negroni folded the best hand, actually. So, but still, I mean, Negroni's just always on the bad end of all that stuff. That was such a sick hand. Sick hand. Apologies for getting that memory wrong. Back to the action here. Ace, 7, deuce with a couple of hearts out there. 3 ways. This was another limp pot. Wiseman limping. And then Guerra completing from the small blind. Lonis checking his option in the big. Action checks here to Wiseman. Would assume with that ace out there he's going to check back, and he does. 9 on the turn. Now Wiseman doesn't know it, of course, but it's a huge lead in this hand. 75% equity going to the river. 60 players entered this event to start, or 60 entries. Started this one, $1.5 million prize pool. The final 9 were originally slated to pay, but bust out on the same hand of hand-for-hand play resulted in 2 players chopping 9th place money. Guerra leads there and gets it done on the turn. Good initiative by him. Something that we've seen a couple times from Guerra, not just this final table, but going back to his other appearances
I was not ready for
on streams in the past week and a half. If nobody wants it, he'll oftentimes pounce on the turn or river, which you know you got to be willing to get after it.
I will check raise to you.
I believe it.
Missed value.
I was betting as a bluff, but like with a lot of equity.
Semi-bluff,
Yeah.
as they call them.
Yeah. Like partial bluff,
I was wrapped
partial
around
value.
with 7.
That's a demi-bluff.
Demi bluff?
What's it called when you bluff the triplet into quads?
It's called a fucking
Hysterical.
It's called uh-oh.
Blow up.
Uh-oh. That's called back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah. To the drawing board. Very friendly guy.
Yeah. Always.
Gentleman.
What is it? Eres una mentiroso? Un mentiroso? Always friendly in poker. Always friendly in life, yes. Poker, no. I mean. $90.
90,000 announced from Guerra after action checked to him.
What's in the middle?
200.
Lonis got to look at the pot size and then folded his hand. You heard him mention not too long ago how he is a bit handcuffed, or at least he feels a bit handcuffed, and you know the other players do recognize that, yes. So they're folding his top pair with the gutter with the king-9. Collopy does come along though. King of spades here on the turn. Second spade on the board, giving Collopy a spade flush draw. And he's way ahead in this hand. Check, check. Repeat king on the river. Collopy gets the check mark. Collopy checking. Let's see if Guerra wants to bluff at it. Might not think he has too much showdown value with the 7s, but he does check behind. Collopy shows that queen 10 a little bit in front of the other 2 cards.
Good
To
check, Lautaro.
yeah, good check. Lautaro's right.
Probably.
When you check, he wins with this. When you bluff, he calls with quads. Tough guy. This might be the one. Can't keep folding forever.
That's right. You can't keep folding forever.
$6.25 behind, I think. Love to see it.
Lonis attempted to limp in here with the Jack-Jack 10 deuce. Collopy hit him with a raise though, out of the small blind, A7, 5-3. Collopy leveraging his stack. He knows the pressure that he can put on Lonis. He knows the spot that Lonis is in. He can't really get too loose or gamble, even though, you know, he's getting a decent price and he is in position. Also, Collopy did have that ace in his hand, key
Trying to
hand,
gamble
because
with
it
these guys, Chris.
does
Gotta
block
make a move for me
premiums.
so I can gamble with them.
I try.
Either double up or bust, bro, so I can do it. I want to play.
I try. Let's settle and double up, not bust. Bust would be a bit sad.
Of course, yeah.
Especially since we missed the bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed it?
Best tournament of the series.
Collopy here on the button. 10-10-9-7. Certainly good enough for him to raise.
Can't do it, bro. I'm trying. promise.
175.
Christopher Frank keeps commenting that it's only a matter of time before he puts his chips in. We'll see if it happens. Checking in on the 5K single day bounty tournament. Looks like they are on the money bubble right now. 11 places paid, 12 left. Bruno Firth is the chip leader. Zachary Shorts is second. Tyler Brown third. John Reardon. Alex Foxton is still in. Kerry Katz is still in. I don't
Drawing for
see
hands, Alan, after?
Chino Ream. Yep, Chino Ream has been eliminated.
5 minutes.
10's only end of day, right?
So that
10's
means
only
Yeah,
end of
10's
day.
end of day.
it should be down
10
to
is only
just
for end of day. Got it.
Jesse Lonis and Alex Foxton for the series title.
Another important question I needed to know the answer to.
And both of them are also in that 50K side bet. So, I mean, it's just an absolutely massive day. Rick saying that he doesn't think Wiseman's stack has moved much. Well, he's down 565K on the day. He came with slightly over 4 million. But he lost some pots early to Jim Collopy, and now he's kind of been right around the 3.5 million mark. Collopy got up over 4 million at one point, got back down to around 3.5 after he doubled up Jesse Lonis, and now he's where he is, right around 3.7. Still the chip leader here. He's got kings. He's making it 175, and he's going to add those chips to his stack.
It's great to make the DV table and all people see is nitty folds from you. Like 0 VPIP, 3 nitty folds.
For those of you looking to take your game to the next level, head on over to octopipoker.ai, home to the ultimate poker lab for everyone. An extremely accessible platform, great affordable prices to get in there and start improving your game today. One of the best features about Octopi Poker is that you can drill real spots from PGT final tables. Check it out today, octopipoker.ai.
Oh,
He just had quads.
right.
Well,
Play-by-play for the fans at home.
Yeah.
I've seen not enough creativity out of their Austrian hero at the final table.
Thank you, I appreciate
10
that.
seconds. 175.
Lonis here. The ace-king 10-8 comes with the pot size raise. Colby's got a decent king, queen, jack 9. Let's see if he gets active.
pot.
600.
He does. 3-bet announced.
Six.
Three bet is to 600,000.
10 seconds. Time is
Deja vu, kings. Kings
Lonis
again.
puts it in the muck.
Better.
Better than kings.
And Colby's back up over 4 million. Lonis now flirting with 1 million once again. Frank still the short stack on 600K.
When are you getting sponsored by these guys?
Well?
Splash Sports.
Oh.
The whale image.
I was asking about the name.
No, if it was a fat joke or if
Wow.
Rude.
you call me fat or
No.
if you call me a whale.
Either calling it splashy or a whale or both.
I don't get it. Right?
175.
Colby's in there with a raise to 175K.
What, you think I opened
Ace
wide
10,
there?
9, 7. Wiseman with a couple of kings. He is also
You 3-bet me wide?
suited in clubs.
No.
10 seconds.
Probably going to lean just call here. Yeah,
Flop
he does
players,
just
so I don't
call.
like they're getting those pre-flop compensation. I'd rather just
When it comes to
see
PLO,
one right now with some shit.
a pair of kings are probably the most overplayed hand in the game. Also, Wiseman does have to account for the fact that Collopy, even though he is the chip leader and has been highly aggressive, he is raising from under the gun. And do you really want to play a super big pot against the only guy that can take you out of this tournament right now?
I'll think about this real quick.
120.
Okay.
Lonis is in the tank here with Queen Jack 8-7,
Oh, looks like
playing a little under $1 million.
No, it doesn't.
This is a
Should
lot.
tip $100.
Dylan, you know how much you have?
Lonis makes the call, so we're going to go
7
three ways here with
5.
600K in the middle.
2.25 behind. Looks like.
5-5 deuce with a couple of clubs. Wiseman looking very, very good here. He's got the kings that are by far the best hand. He's also the only player with clubs. Lonis quickly checked the flop. Collopy also checks. Wiseman checking back. 9 of clubs on the turn. Wiseman makes his flush. It's an unbeatable flush as long as he can get to showdown. Lonis asking how much is in the pot. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to come with a bet. We've seen him do this before. Collopy does make 2 pair now. Lonis is going to lead here. Look at this. Now Lonis could have, you know, a lot of hands that, or a lot of cards that connect with that board. He could have a 5. He could have flopped, you know, a 5 if he's got some sort of middle to low-ish rundown type of hand.
That's okay.
Also probably looks pretty strong here from Lonis. 1, given his stack size, and he's willing to risk about a quarter of his stack here on the turn in this spot, out of position against 2 players. And then also, you know, these other players are very well aware of the situation that Lonis is in. So if Lonis is willing to stick his neck out there a little bit, I know he is generally a pretty aggressive player who does get after it, maybe more so than he should at times, but you know, here I think he's trying to play off that image a little bit, that he's in this weird spot given the leaderboard race and everything that's in play there. Wiseman comes along, 4 of diamonds here on the river. Lonis' only chance to win this one is if he can bluff Wiseman off of this hand.
1 million in the corner.
Careful, bro. Maybe you don't have it there.
Funny for 2 different of these to fall in the same hand.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Lonis checks. Probably waving the white flag here for sure.
Check.
You win.
See your cards, please.
Wiseman checks back. Lonis has to show, being
Yeah,
first to
finishes.
act. Wiseman tables his hand, and he's
You
going to
always have a
collect
deuce.
that
Mr.
pot
Guardians.
worth a little bit over 1 million, and Wiseman is back up into the chip lead, back up
Check,
over
Jesse.
4 million, and Lonis is back to just about where he started the day on 630,000.
1 hand. Bad beat.
For this left.
Maybe it's a good beat.
Maybe it's a good beat, yeah.
Kai, you want to get it in, get this over with.
Appreciate everyone who is tuning in, no matter where you're watching from. Let's do a roll call. Where are you guys watching from? Let us know, please. RM Stern
Any
says
guesses of your stack now?
that we deserve a bonus for
It's like
doing
4
commentary during the Final Four.
I think I got a little
I am
less.
so far removed from college basketball, I could not tell you
It's about
what is
Thankfully, they'll
happening
count 'em at
in
the
the
end of the
absolute
level.
slightest. Other than the fact that I know it's
I don't know what
happening
their
at this
schedule
time
is.
of year.
But we don't have a break after this, right?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't.
King Concerto
Every
said,
2
I
levels
love
now?
the sound
Okay.
of chip
And
shuffling.
there's still hours until
Kazile
45?
was complaining about the sounds that they make.
Got 3, 9, 10, Jimmy.
Dalton's from South Dakota. Tom's from Woodlands, Texas. Got another Texas. Got New York. Kyle says New York watching UFC, but yeah, but aren't you New York watching the PGT? What's this? What's going on? New York watching UFC?
10 seconds.
I'm getting the sense that if the NCAA Final Four is going on, if UFC is going on, that maybe we picked a bad day to stream some poker. Might need to talk to the commission about that. Guerra limping in here. Lonis tried to complete from the small blind, but Jim Collopy said, no, guys, we're just going to make it 200K to go. Guerra called. Lonis got out of the way, and look at this flop for Collopy. He drills a deuce. Well out in front here. Guerra does have an overpair with those 10s.
10 seconds. 115.
115K from Collopy. Rick's from the Rocky Mountains. White Animals from Hawaii. Trevor's from Australia. The PokerGO chat, I see. Pagey from Australia. Napalma from North Carolina. Waco, Texas. Sumner, Washington. Honolulu, Hawaii. Dublin, Georgia. Appreciate you guys tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from, of course. As expected, a pretty global audience here. Guerra did call the bet of 115,000 on the flop. Ace of clubs here on the turn. Nikita speaking my language, poker greater than basketball. That's right, sir.
215.
215,000 is the bet on the turn from Collopy. Jorge's telling me how to pronounce Guerra. Well, I'm a dumb American. Please forgive me. We're not the best at this sort of thing. Guerra folds there. Collopy takes that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great. You do that.
Take a look at the PGT PLO Series leaderboard presented by the home of free online poker, playpokergo.com. Alex Foxen up on top, 564. Jesse Lonis is second, 536. But Lonis's points from this finish at this final table are not yet included, so keep that in mind. Right now, I believe he is guaranteed 50 points. And then, of course, it can go up from there. The points at this final table are 50 guaranteed right now, then
Welcome,
68, then 90, 126, 180, and 288. Of course, there is still the single day 5K PLO bounty going on in the main
Did you win
studio
your over-under
room.
Damn.
So let me check in on what's happening over
Number
there.
one,
It
that's
looks
for
like
the
they are
tournament.
still on the
Bounty.
money bubble.
many?
12 left, 11 places
David, that
paid, and
Daniel
Alex
give up.
Foxen is still
When did he
in.
get
So
Played, I would have won.
Daniel wasn't even here yet.
Chino was FaceTiming him.
It was 72 or
Daniel,
something.
he didn't want to lose 100K in a 5K like last time.
He lost 20 bullets?
I don't know the actual number, but it was
That's crazy.
18. That was there. The answer was many bullets.
That's impressive. I had 10 in a $600 Planet Hollywood once. Not in a 5K.
How tilted were you by the end?
Oh, this would be a good, yeah, all in.
Collopy from the small blind.
got?
King Jack 9-3 makes it a pot-sized raise,
I don't
180K.
know, not binding. I don't
Frank
know how much
looking at his hand said, "Oh yeah, this is good enough. We're all in,
All in.
540."
call.
All right, they are all in. Here we
Yeah.
go.
You go for
Frank with ace, king,
bust, it's
10-7,
been
double
fun, but
suited.
doing it
He's in a
all the
pretty
time,
good
isn't it?
spot here.
Use all my friends.
If I don't,
Likewise.
I would be happy.
A little bit less than 2-1 as a favorite. Trying to double up off the short stack.
Can't. It's too long.
Jesse Lonis already found one double as a short stack earlier today.
But you have
Can
King
Christopher
Jack
Frank
9-3
Use all my
join
energy.
him
Use all my
But
energy
finding a
there.
double
Key
up?
card here is the 3 of hearts that'll come out on the turn.
Okay.
The 3 is a key
Just
card for you, Jim.
okay.
The 3 is a very key card.
The 3's plan A right now. The 9's dicey.
Confirmed.
I want to do an ace or a lot of clubs or something. What's this?
Ace,
9-3.
9-3.
That's,
Nines and threes, 2 pair for Jim
9-3, I'm
Collopy.
going that.
Frank did hit that ace.
So that would suck.
He's looking for an ace, a king, a 10, or a 7.
Yeah.
9
Nice
on
one.
the turn.
That's good.
Full house for Jim Collopy. Christopher Frank is drawing dead, and that is our first elimination of the live streamed final table. Christopher Frank taking home $82,500. Lonis pulling in a big pile of chips there as he's nearly at $5 million.
780? 775?
There you see the updated leaderboard presented by PlayPokerGo.com.
Yeah. Just one.
Home
or
of
two,
free
just
online
fine,
poker.
Actually, fuck it.
Collopy and Wiseman both over
Good game,
4
Chris.
million, but Collopy's pushing
Chris.
5 million. Jesse Lonis right now is the short stack. He started the day 6 of 6. He got a double up early.
Premium to
Since
pick up
then
in a
has
big
been
one.
trending back down.
What a premium
But
you
this
have.
ladder is also important for Collopy, or sorry, for Lonis, excuse me, in terms of the
Almost
series
exactly 4 million.
leaderboard race.
Maybe slightly under.
Me too in about an hour.
The
You guys are
points
the only
ladder
two,
for
hundreds?
Lonis,
You guys-
he is now guaranteed
18
68 points, so
Yeah, I
a
think there's
jump of
40 total in
18.
play. So I got 18 as well. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
We are really coming down, right down to it here in the PGT PLO Series.
Can you give me a chip update after when you get a chance? For them?
10 seconds.
You hear Lonis there is asking for a chip update on what's going on in that single day 5K bounty.
So these two will play.
It's likely that that 5K tournament will finish before this final table finishes. Just it's a much more of a faster structure. It's got the bounty elements, of course. Not as much prize money up for grabs, so people will be willing to fire their chips in a little bit more freely than they will here, where they're battling for what is ultimately $480,000 up top.
It's like, I'm sorry.
We're playing. Yeah, we're playing.
We just double rack, so keep this kosher.
10 seconds.
Yeah. I can always just buy them, you know. I'd rather just get them off the table. And I'll get a little less carpal tunnel. Thank you.
It's too late for me.
You ever play low stakes tournaments and just aggressively get all the small chips out of everyone's stacks? Start giving them to the floor. Cutesy little bets. You're like, nah. Round chip poker.
Rude. You do anything to assert your dominance, Jim.
Look, I've taken over German territory. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, you can use that.
Like to be across from you.
No, I like it.
I can still swipe over here though.
I think it's fine.
Well, there's no cards coming here.
You can use that.
Cards were coming here though.
Yeah, well, they said now you can use it.
They want you in that one now.
Pot.
210. You can use that one, but can you scan it again later?
Players readjusting around the table, spreading out a little bit here. Collopy moves over to the far right side now that we've lost Christopher Frank. We just hit 150 likes on the YouTube video. Let's get us up over 200. That's what I set the goal at first. Let's see if we can get us there. Muhammad comes with a 3-bet here. Ace, King, Jack 9 double suited out of the big blind. Collopy opened with the Queen 8, 7, 6.
You had 3 whites?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Call.
Collopy calls
Six,
here
six,
in
0, right?
position.
660.
9-8-3 with a couple of diamonds. Top pair of 9s for Muhammad. He's also got diamonds.
All in.
Collopy's got a pair of 8s. He's got a straight draw as well, so he's going to get his money in.
King,
Collopy's
Jack,
looking
9.
at 14 outs.
Queen 6, 7, 8.
Muhammad's the favorite, yes, almost 70%, but Collopy's got plenty to hit here with 2 cards to come. Collopy, of course, Muhammad, of course, the player all in and at risk with the much shorter stack.
What do you want on the draw?
But this would be a huge double for Muhammad. Get up over 3 million. Massive spot. Also, Guerra and Lonis
10 of diamonds.
eagerly
I think they-
watching as shorter stacks to see
You're
if they can get
greedy.
a money jump here. 4 of clubs on the turn. That keeps it clean for Muhammad. River card is the 7 of clubs. 8s and 7s for Collopy. 2 pair. Takes out Kamel Muhammad in 5th place. $112,500 for his run. A very impressive showing in this elite field. And Collopy,
Never sweated Jim so hard.
the rich get richer. Collopy is now up to 6.5 million chips, over 100 big blinds. Fist pump there between Guerra and Lonis as they get a money jump. And look at this leaderboard. Collopy and Wiseman have all the chips.
Jimbo.
Guerra and Lonis have a lot of work to
I
do.
figured he had the other cards.
God. It's nice when I'm not on that end of it. Usually I'm that guy.
I thought like you was like flopping a monster, you know, like.
Yeah, yeah.
He did. I mean, he flopped the monster there. Because if he doesn't have that hand, if he has aces, I'm fucking happy.
I probably overvalue bad hands.
No. You didn't slow roll.
Now when you know when you're gonna
no
get
net
there.
roll.
I didn't think he'd have the flush draw too.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, it's hard when you don't have the flush draw, right? It's a double negative.
It's true.
Take 2 seconds at least.
10 seconds.
There's 210.
How have you seen?
Button is
Guerra
right.
shows just an ace there before folding from the big
Give
blind.
it to Jesse.
4 players remaining here. $150,000 is what they are
Jesse,
guaranteed.
do you feel unblocked?
Looks like a straddle.
Playing tight.
Do you feel unblocked now, Jesse? Do you feel like you're free?
Free.
Yeah. You were saying you were waiting for Chris to bust.
No, not yet.
I guess Alex is just doing too well. Menu, as I like.
I don't even know.
Probably you won the bet already, no?
Maybe one more place, and then
One
I
more.
think maybe.
Okay.
So if you could
Give me
just-
250.
if you could go bye bye.
250. We chop it. No?
2,500.
Wow.
Oh.
20. No, Luther was like, no.
I thought that's what 250 meant. My bad, language barrier. 2,500.
That's
I
funny.
should have just said yes, and then after been like, my bad, language barrier.
Let's chop it, I say.
That's funny.
You win $500,000, 250 each, you know? International language.
Good negotiator.
10 seconds.
Both we win.
Brother man,
Wow.
what I would do for that one.
10 seconds.
Actually, you know what? Don't give me that.
It's too much hand.
That's exactly.
Too much hand. It's like
you have,
too
like,
many outs.
6 now?
I just want to see it flop.
Just count you guys.
I don't want to get it in pre. I hate
My
that.
dude. You just fucking.
'Cause then
This is what I'm saying. You want everyone else to do the work for you.
Yeah.
32 plus 3, so 62
Post
plus.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
6.6-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dylan Smith did that to me when we were heads up. I'm like, what's your stack? He's like, what's your stack?
Heads up is different
I
than
know.
four-handed.
I know.
Like, I'm okay with his answer in that context.
I also have good news for you too.
Oh, I
got a
love
white?
that.
Oh, greenie.
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay news. Not great.
I'm trying to get rid of this small change.
That news was okay. It wasn't a white bird. Could have been better. Is that me?
Yep.
Oh shit. This guy's folding everything. Really?
I am a pre-flop
I don't blame you.
player now.
I don't blame you.
Guys, well,
Oh, that's funny. Pot.
180.
that was
120.
very funny.
Well,
See a board.
Lonis with a limp here out of the small
I gotta see
blind.
a board.
Collopy
What do we
made it
got back?
180K to go from the big blind. Lonis called.
Jimbo, what the hell is going on with you, bro?
420K out
That
there.
double espresso. Chris was right.
No, yeah, it got you going.
Yeah.
It did.
King 8-5.
One.
Couple espresso.
420.
Lonis checks and Collopy bets The remaining 280K to put Lonis all in. Now, Lonis doesn't know it, but he's got 70% equity here.
Oh shit! I had this spot before. This is like the spot with us when you had the hearts.
10 seconds. Time extension.
Lonis still in the tank here.
That working? Could be.
Could be ahead. You are ahead.
Then I could try to do the Sean Winners.
10 seconds.
Let's do it.
Lonis does make the call, and he's going to see the good news because he's in a really good spot here to get another double up at this final table.
Ah, pair.
That's what sounds like the spot with you when you had the ace.
Good slow roll.
Nah, it's
Good
not
read,
here.
Jesse.
Not different.
Ace Jack 5-6, Ace Queen Jack 10. Put out the 9. Seems fair.
That's nice sweat.
Yeah, 9's a good one.
Collopy's looking
be the
for
nine
a
of clubs.
queen or a 10. He can't hit an ace and he can't hit a jack because that would give Lonis 2 pair. 9 on the turn. Collopy adding
Oh,
some
it only
outs
adds 4
here.
outs, it's just more of a...
Now he can hit a queen, a jack, a 10, a 7. It's a 9 on the river.
Do I win?
Yeah, you win.
You do win, Jesse. Jesse Lonis was all in there on the flop for his last 280,000. All told, he's going to double up to 980,000.
In my head.
Yeah, I thought that you had a gadget.
I know, but
Jack 6-4.
no, I didn't.
No, I thought like
Oh.
you have it now.
Oh no. If I had a gut shot, I would have been in. I know it's different size, but same situation.
Yeah. Same hand.
Yeah.
Similar.
Exactly. Yeah. I had a pair of 5s. Fucking.
Jim, those are your stickers, right?
I was praying. To,
How many of these did Jesse use?
Maybe a few more if you don't mind.
Lautaro Guerra now
You're putting me
the
in some tough spots.
clear short
Get hit
stack
with the deck.
with
Give like
that
a-
double
I
up
can't
for
get a card
Lonis. It
lower
was
than a 10.
Lonis's second double
Like a milli?
of
Yeah.
this final table. He got a double up
He
early
had
on. He
280,
actually ran his stack up to about
560,
1.5 million,
4.
then trended all the way back down and now just secured that double
Exactly.
up.
Emily.
God, I would have been so tilted if I watched that back later and I fold. Oh my God, I would have puked.
You made a good read.
Which one though? Because he did it so quick.
Yeah, you said it out loud.
10, raise, 210.
Good read.
Jimbo's giving off the live tells after all these years.
Yeah, I go real slow there with top set.
A little slower.
I'm just talking shit. I just thought,
Me too. yeah. But it was a read. You're right. Everything adds up. I don't usually call a man with a pair of 5s.
and that's
Guerra
fine,
makes
too.
it
You have,
210,
like,
raises the
a third
pot,
of your
ace,
stack
queen,
in the
10,
Not
4.
usually. But he went quick.
How much more is it? Behind
10 total.
I'm saying.
425.
Action folds over to Wiseman in the big blind. He asks Guerra how much he has behind.
I don't know if this is correct, but I think it's some out.
Time
Good fold.
I mean, no matter what I folded, it was a good fold for you. Literally doesn't matter my 4 cards.
Wiseman
pretty
finds a
bad hand.
fold there.
I had a pair. I had a pair.
Probably is a good fold.
I had a
Raise
pair.
and take it for
Okay.
Guerra.
Which one?
Very low. Very low.
We go to 40-80 or 50-75?
I don't know.
40-80?
48.
It was like a little bit better in a couple different ways.
Is this the structure that has 75, 125 or no? It does, okay. No worries.
Hey, Jim, you want this or no?
Do you not want it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What kind of, you want some?
I just only have one.
No, I got it.
Thank you.
I wasn't gonna let you keep it that long.
Thank you. Trying to color down. We got enough small chip.
10 seconds.
Cool.
Call. They switched over.
Collopy going to limp in here on the button. Weissman finds ace, king, 8, 7. Suited to the ace and hearts. Probably just going to limp this one. He does.
What the fuck?
Guerra with 5-5-4-3. Checks his option.
This is Chris's.
Well, they switched over now.
Collopy trying to find the right card reader to make it so we have some graphics. He's got Jack 6-5-3. 8-7-6 out there. Guerra flops the low end of the straight with his 4-5. Wiseman's got 2 pair, 8s and 7s. Collopy's got a pair of 6s. And he's also got a straight draw of his own.
80.
Checks to Collopy, who comes with 80,000. Weissman makes the call.
Call.
Guerra calls as well. 480K out there now. Could be quite an interesting turn card here. King of clubs. Now Collopy adds a flush draw. Wiseman went from 8s and 7s to kings and 8s. Guerra is still in front with his 5-4 for a straight. And that's a pretty safe turn card for Guerra. You know, if that was his kind of plan on the flop, to be a little bit cautious, try and get a decent card on the turn before getting the rest of his money in. Then that king, you know, it doesn't complete any higher straights. The higher straights that beat you were already present.
10 seconds.
Three.
Time extension.
300.
300,000 from Collopy. Tricky spot here for Wiseman. I could totally see him just getting out of the way at this juncture. You know, Collopy can limp hands that connect pretty nicely with this sort of flop. He can have the different straights that are out there, maybe a set. And he can just be blasting away on flop turn. So Wiseman does put his hand in the muck. And now I think Guerra kind of got what he wanted to achieve here. Would expect him to get this money in now.
10 seconds.
I don't think this is a spot where you would want
How
to
much
just
is that?
call.
480 in the middle.
Time extension.
Wow, and Garrett gives up the winning hand, or sorry, the best hand, not the winning hand, the best hand there. Play Poker Go, home of fun and free online poker. PlayPokerGo.com. Deal yourself in. Available on web, iOS, and Android. That fold there from Lautaro Guerra is going to be one of those where I can only imagine he's going to look back on it afterwards and beat himself up a little bit about it. You're already the shortest stack, so you know, you have freedom to just get your money in. You know, you're not under that ICM pressure that someone like a Wiseman might be under, or Lonis. So, I think you probably got to take that spot. Now, of course, yeah, you can be beat. Yes, there are higher straights available, but, you know, as you get shorter, four-handed, really how patient can you be? And you're up against somebody who has certainly shown a willingness to be aggressive. So I think my money goes in there.
550.
I probably would have saw a safe card on the turn like that was. That king doesn't make any other straights possible, just the ones that were present already. So I think I probably just lead turn for full pot and try and get my money in. Collopy raising to 210,000. Lonis comes along. 9-8 deuce rainbow. Win said, and that's why you are a fish, Donnie. Listen, I will happily put myself out there and be a fish. Yes. A lot about poker is trying different things, doing what you feel is right, and then correcting your mistakes after the fact, after you go.
Button is moved.
10 seconds.
Oh, fuck.
Collopy takes that one.
I was drawn to the low end now.
The low, like
High-low tournament should be exciting.
I was scared you were drawn to the high of the 8-9. If you are, I'm in trouble. And I had the ace-king in my hand, so there's a lot more queen-jack-10s in the deck.
That's true.
You may have had, I don't fucking know. I had the 6-7. I can't believe I had to fold it. I didn't have to. Trying to wait this man out. No. Just hoping to get Jim dead on the
Your
floor.
deductions are serving you well, but you're telling your opponent your strategy.
I don't care. I've been doing that for 4 years.
This is why Lautaro keeps coming back to the U.S. Everyone he's playing against tells them how he's playing against them.
I show him too.
There's no mystery. I know. He knows too. That's why he keeps coming
I
back.
show and tell. He just gives me a little one-word laughs and answers.
A cheeky eyebrow.
Just a Jimmy, oh Jimmy. Jimmy. Jimmy
10
Hendrix,
seconds.
ladies and gentlemen. What'd you have on that 8-9 board? 8-9? 8-9?
No.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, strength. I don't know, it's conveying gestures. There's also buying time. It's like when you sip from a water bottle when you're giving a speech.
So this is
I was ready to run it.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
A little bit of speech play.
With a
going on?
really good turn, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm glad you were ready to run it. I wasn't.
I needed it. I had a good draw to a lot of draws.
Me too. I had a good draw to some bad draws.
What?
210.
All 4-card draws start with a 3-card draw.
Yes, sir.
Oops.
He knows I'm weak. Attacks me every time. Good strategy.
You already looked at your hand?
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
Let's go.
I have 3 aces.
Here we go.
Easy.
No,
Wiseman
I do.
raising or 3-betting to get
flush draw?
Guerra all in.
Wow.
Guerra says,
Three
let's
aces.
go.
Good crazy.
Ace,
Hard not to have a flush
queen,
draw.
6-5 double suited.
You have double suit.
He's still 45% against
Fair fight.
Wiseman, who has 3 aces in his hand, along with a 4. Wiseman doesn't have a suit. All things considered,
looked like
45% here.
Love you.
Decent
Four,
spot
Collopy.
for Guerra to
I got your
double up and get back into this thing, or at least move ahead of Lonis.
Doesn't look
Queen 9-9. Wiseman now 88%. Guerra looking for a queen. Jack of diamonds on the turn. It's close. The queen of diamonds isn't out. He's going to need the queen of diamonds or the queen of clubs here on the river, or we're going to lose Lautaro Guerra.
Okay.
It is the 3 of diamonds, and we do lose Guerra in 4th place.
You out of
Yeah.
here? You leaving now?
Yeah.
Where do you go back? When do you come
The
back to
all-time
America?
money
World
leader
World Series.
at the
See
PGT
you then.
PLO
Yeah.
Series
Yeah,
collects
good play.
$150,000.
Series? Yeah, safe travel.
Thank you. Bye. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Wishes everyone good luck. And we'll see him
wild
at the
flop
next
tonight.
high-stakes PLO event.
It's great.
About as good as it gets, yeah.
What kind of
A good
a
sweat for others.
what kind of a contribution are you making to some of the people that helped you get to this side bet?
I don't even know
He
what bet
chipped
you're
up in you there? All those timing tells that we worked out? No.
I don't know what bet you're talking about.
Jesse earned it. Don't give him that.
Thank you. Thank you. I had to play completely different from my normal
Collopy
strategy.
still up on top here, 6.8 million and change
Shows
for
you know
him.
how.
Dylan Wiseman's in second, and Jesse Lonis is way down at the bottom, but Jesse Lonis has made it to 3-handed play, and just simply an incredible
little
job
short
being
on the
able to
50,
ladder
though.
up
Just,
to
you know, be
3-handed
patient
play
with me.
by
You'll get it
Lonis.
all.
He came in with right
Deadline's
around the
tomorrow.
same number of chips that he has,
I promise I'm good for it.
and he's fought his way to 3-handed play,
kinda
which
hard
has
to say
earned
when
him
you're
a
casting
bunch
that
more
tournament.
money, but more importantly,
That's fun.
a lot more leaderboard points.
All right. I made it to where I need to make it. Now I feel free.
You did it?
I feel free now, at least. I'm okay with whatever happens.
Yeah, getting third in this spot is sick for you. Are you kidding me? Great ladder.
It's 210, right? Call.
Time
Yeah,
expired.
4-ish. I mean, if you can't see this, brother, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm looking to see if there's any more that I can't.
I want to do that.
Good use of the sliding chair.
I know. It feels like we're in an office.
I've been standing up like.
I'm not that old school, Jimbo. Nothing's hiding. It's all here.
All right. What kind of flop are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Collopy raising
Not
here on the
really
button.
thinking.
King Jack 9-5. Lonis
Check.
calls from the big line. Jack 10
All in.
4-3.
Guess that's good enough.
Lonis says it's good enough.
Jim hit him with the reverse timing tell.
All right.
Calls all in here with Jack 10 for the open-ended draw.
9.
Those are his 10, right?
Collopy's got
Jack 9.
a pair of
You have a
nines.
10, 7, queen, right? Yeah.
Collopy's 54% here to get this down to heads-up play. But we've seen Lonis survive before. Will he survive again? 10 of spades on the turn. Lonis still out in front here. Collopy looking for a king, a queen, a 9, or a 5. It is a 5 on the river, the 5 of spades. GG, Jesse Lonis, third place in the $25,000 PLO Championship event. He takes home $210,000.
Thank you.
Bathroom,
He loves that guy.
break.
It's a nice little inside joke that we'll never lose.
Lonis is also going to collect 126 PGT leaderboard points and get up to 662. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Heading into heads-up play of this event, Collopy up on top, 7.5 million to 4.5 million for Wiseman.
By 5.
Want to play online poker for free? With Play Poker Go, you get the thrill of authentic poker anytime, anywhere. From quick casual games to action-packed tournaments, Play Poker Go lets you compete against real players around the globe, all for free. No bots, no gimmicks, just pure poker fun. Hone your skills and enjoy the poker experience you love. Explore Play Poker Go on web, iOS, and Android. Deal yourself in now.
Welcome back. The $25,000 PLO Championship event here at the PGT PLO Series is down to 2. Heads-up play between Dylan Wiseman and Jim Collopy. Jim Collopy will start with the chip lead, 7.5 million for him. Dylan Wiseman, 4.4 million. These two are plenty deep, 74 big blinds effective. I am told that they did have a chop discussion.
Got it. Between 1 and 2?
Jim locked up $350,000. Dylan locked up just about $330,000, and they're going to play for $100,000 more. Also, quickly, on the PGT PLO Series leaderboard, with his third place finish, Jesse Lonis picks up 126 points. He moves to 662.
I thought this trophy would be bigger.
Now that is 98 points ahead of Alex Foxen. And why that is important is because Alex Foxen is still
The
in
Eagle
the
gets
single day
bigger.
5K event, and first place in that one
it's 'cause we're a bit
is
more patriotic.
105 points. There are 12 players left. Alex Foxen just got a big double up through Kerry Katz. So Foxen could win that tournament and then retake the series leaderboard title from Jesse Lonis, which also comes with that side bet and an additional $500,000 in winnings. Crazy stuff here to close out the PGT PLO Series. Right out of the gate, aces versus kings. Wiseman, 180K on the button. Collopy makes it 540. King, king, 8-8 double suited for him. I mean, we could see the money just get in right here.
10 seconds.
These are two very powerful hands, heads up. I know these guys are extremely deep, yes, but I would imagine Wiseman comes with a 4-bet, and, you know, Collopy, are you really going to get away from king, king, 8-8 double?
Pot.
He does pot it.
All in.
All? Is it?
All in from Collopy, and here we go.
Figured double suited kings. You have a king, man.
Wiseman in a great spot here. He has the aces. He also has a king to block one of Collopy's outs.
That's wild.
Also, might as well point out that he's got the ace of hearts. Collopy has, you know,
Surprised
two hearts
him
in
out
his
eight
hand,
as
so
well.
blocking a heart there, too. Almost 9 million in the middle. If Collopy wins, he's the champion. If Wiseman wins, they're going to flip stacks. King, 10-3. The case king comes home for Jim Collopy. Dylan Wiseman down to 2 outs. The ace of spades or the ace of
There's
diamonds.
an ace. I'll be greedy.
Deuce of spades on the turn. No backdoors coming in for Wiseman, so he's left with just those 2 aces. He needs to find it here on the river, or this thing's going to be over. Queen of diamonds on the river, and Jim Collopy wins it on the first hand of heads-up play.
We should cut
He is the champion of the $25,000
Unlucky, man.
PLO
Hot damn.
Championship event here at the PGT PLO
Did
Series.
our best.
This is the biggest coaster I've ever seen.
After the deal, Collopy's going to pocket $450,000. Wiseman's going to take home just under $330,000.
Ridiculous. I was double suited too.
An absolutely wild ending to this one on the first hand of heads-up play. There you see the final results. Those top two payouts not adjusted for the deal. But it was $450 for Collopy, $329 for Dylan Wiseman. Here's a look out into the main room where we can see the final 12 players are still battling in the 5K PLO Bounty. Monday, April 7th, a $560 buy-in satellite to the U.S. Poker Open. Get in there, and hopefully we see you in the big dance. April 8th through 17th, the U.S. Poker Open runs here at the PokerGO Studio in Las Vegas. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in for this final table. That's going to do it for us. My name is Donnie Peters. We'll see you next week for the U.S. Poker Open.